Christina, thank you so much for hopping on this call with me.
Thank you. There you go.
Yeah. So yeah, maybe I think it would be nice if you could first maybe introduce yourself a little bit to anyone watching. That would be awesome.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm from Melbourne, Australia. I retired my job as a vet nurse, and I wanted to do something a bit more um, location independent and hours working for myself. So freedom of hours, etc.
Mm.
And then I found the lovely jet, and now I am working towards that goal. And it's been amazing so far.
Awesome, cool. Love that. Yeah. I remember our first call as well. You're so excited to get started and really start this new journey. And now, it was so nice to see you've been traveling already and working on a few clients. And yeah, super happy for you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, awesome, nice. So, what do you feel like were your biggest struggles, as in like, starting this journey before you joined LMP?
My biggest struggle before joining was so especially when I was nursing was having to constantly be at work. Um, I didn't have an awful lot because in vet nursing it's quite physically strenuous, emotionally strenuous, and the hours are quite big. So it'd be working 11.5 hour shifts,
Yeah.
and it's quite intense. So I think that was my biggest. It's fun to do for a couple of years, but then it's very exhausting.
Mm.
So I think that was my biggest struggle was figuring out, oh my God, I've just done pretty much 4 years of this. What do I do now? So leaving that was my biggest struggle, definitely.
Yeah, got it. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think pretty much you left that as soon as you started the program or right before. How was it again?
Right before. So I left, had the summer off, and then I found you after
Mm.
that.
Yeah, so cool how fast it actually went. Yeah. And
Yeah.
what do you feel like, in terms of obviously starting laptop lifestyle and starting your own business, what do you think was the most valuable for you in LMP so far?
Most valuable is definitely the support. I feel like if I didn't have a coach or such a support system, this would have fallen through.
Mm.
I would have had no idea where to start, no idea where to go. So having you guys is definitely being the most valuable for sure.
Cool. That's awesome. Yeah, you're very active, on the coaching calls and always
Mm,
attending those. So I definitely can say, that's that's probably a big part, why you're doing so well, that you are very dedicated and determined to obviously work hard for your business. So that's yeah, that's always awesome to see how active you are in the community as well.
yeah.
Yeah, cool, nice. And what do you feel like really helps you move forward in times of like struggles or when you got stuck? What do you feel like helped you the most in that sense?
I would say accountability with all of you guys, but also
Mm.
with myself. I feel like I can't really backtrack with this
Mm.
because I feel like this is best case scenario long term.
Yeah.
So I feel like there is almost no option to quit.
Mm.
So if I don't do it now, like no one's going to do it for me. So
Mm.
I have to push through it. Like when I had my first client at the start of the week, um, I was a bit overwhelmed, but
Mm.
I sat there and I thought, in several weeks' time, I will look back at this and be like, oh, that was nothing.
Mm.
So I know that at some point I'm going to look back and see all of this as, oh my God, that was nothing. I could easily do that now. So I just have to keep that in mind. Um, yeah, so no one's going to end up doing it for me. So I have to do it myself. So
Mm.
that's been my form of motivation, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's very good. And definitely that's I think we always think stuff is impossible, until it just isn't, until it happens. And then you're like, sometimes we forget to then appreciate, that actually it was tough, but now it seems like it's easy or, it actually works out all right. So yeah, that's actually a great example for people watching as well, that it might seem like it's a big thing or it's very scary, but that once you're through it, it's gonna feel like it's all fine. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Cool, nice. Okay, and I know we spoke obviously about it a lot already, but what do you feel like is your biggest accomplishment so far after joining LMP?
Biggest accomplishment would be pretty much finishing the course,
Mm-hmm.
and then landing my first real client,
Yeah.
which is amazing. So
Mm-hmm.
that's the biggest win,
Yeah.
is actually putting all of this into practice
Mm-hmm.
and getting paid for it. So that's definitely the biggest win.
Yeah, that's so awesome. Yeah, I'm so happy for you. It's really, I think it's a really nice client and really good one. And I know you've had some better clients as well when you started, but yeah, it's
Yeah,
really awesome that now you really, can really live the laptop lifestyle and work for that client and get paid. Yeah,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
so awesome.
absolutely.
Nice, cool. And yeah, do you remember our first call? And obviously, maybe a little bit about how you felt. Did you feel like you were scared to invest in yourself, or how did you view that? Let's say.
I was a little bit,
Mm.
but at the same time, I was, I still am, but I'm saying from back then,
Yeah.
I was so convinced that I had found like my golden ticket to
Mm.
pretty much living the life I've always envisioned for myself. Um, and like I said before, it was like best case scenario leaving vet nursing.
Mm.
It's pretty much the polar opposite of what I was doing,
Yeah.
and that's what I was looking for.
Yeah.
Was the exact opposite.
Yeah.
So I was a bit nervous, but at the same time, I had so much excitement
Mm.
because I knew this was finally the step in the right direction.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Awesome. That's cool. No,
yeah,
so happy. So happy you joined, and I remember so how excited you were. You weren't even doubting that much. You were like, "Let's do it," let's go for
yeah.
it. So that's really cool. Yeah. And okay, let's say right, someone is watching this right now, and they are doubting about joining LMP, or they're a bit scared about hopping on a call with me. Let's say, what would be your advice to them?
I would say almost like, what do you have to lose? Like, if it works out, like we always say to ourselves, "Oh my God, what if it doesn't work out?" But what if it does?
Mm-hmm.
Like, why would you want to uh, like not take the opportunity?
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't picture myself not taking this opportunity, and I don't know what I would have done. Like I don't know. I just find, it's 3 months. It's not, it's not 4 years. Not going to university. I honestly, I think that it's very, I would say, silly almost to
Mm-hmm.
miss it.
Yeah.
It's just best case scenario, honestly.
Yeah. Cool. Awesome. No, thanks for sharing that. And, I'm just super excited to see where you're going to go further, and following your journey, of course. Christina is in our community forever. So, whoever watching this, if you're joining, make sure to connect with her because she'll be in there cheering you guys on as well. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Awesome. Cool. Thanks so much for your time. And yeah, I speak to you soon on one of the coaching calls.
Okay, thank you, Jet.
Awesome. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.